And then, so we were one of 5 universities that weren't allowed to be on campus in the fall. So that was a lot of off-campus training with one of my good friends, Haley Dulcini, All-American at Texas. I got to spend...
She was at Fresno State at one of those years with
exactly.
you there?
Yeah, so we were just training together, and then we showed up at springtime, played our first weekend, and went really well against UCLA. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be my year, because I hit like a $120 maybe my freshman year, because I was just struggling, didn't know. College softball hit me like a truck, but we were a top 25 program, so it was pretty great. And then that very first practice, very first ball I got, I blew out my ACL. So I remember thinking, am I ever going to play softball? Like, why is this not happening? So then
that was the so you had your COVID year, they stopped it.
Yeah.
And then the next year
I blew out my knee.
So right off the bat,
got my
2 years.
Yeah, my 2 years of eligibility. That's why I'm still here as a 6th year.
Okay.
So, and then at that point, the program was just taking a different page. So I decided at that point, I was like, maybe this is my sign that I'm not meant to be at Fresno State. I have all my years back. This is a risky bet, but let's see where the wind takes me. Went into the portal. Justin Schultz, he had just became a head coach at Boise State, and I got the opportunity to be his first recruit out of the portal, and he was the one that recruited me to Fresno State, and he was the main reason why I wanted to go there. He's the hitting coach, great human being, great at his job. So then I spent 2 years there, had a great experience at Boise State. I have nothing but good things to say about them. I got my undergraduate degree there, and I remember, to be honest, we had great 2 years, and we were bubbled teams, but we never made it. And I remember sitting there watching postseason, and I was like, I want to I have 2 years left. Why not see what happens, take my talents. I want to go play Power 5. It was always my dream as a kid. It was always my dream to play in the Pac. Let's bet on myself a little bit. Let's take these 2 years and see where I can go. So that's why I ended up in the portal. Again, great things to say about Boise State. They're doing amazing things with that program still to this day. And I got the opportunity to visit some SEC schools, some Big 12. Well, now we're Big 12 too, but some Big 12 schools. Yeah. And I got to talk to some coaches where I was like, holy crap, you know my name, Yeah. Being in the portal that second time was such a humbling experience. And then Coach K, as he was here last year, he was the first person to text me when I was in the portal, and he texted.
That's like a full circle moment, right? From eighth grade year.
Exactly. He texted me and he said, "Yo," and his contact was still Coach K, U of O. I was like, "Uh-oh, here we go."
Yeah.
But we just started talking. I said, respectfully, I need to talk to your head coach. Obviously, that's where all the conversations need to be had. I already know. I love you, Coach. I've loved you since I was a little kid. Let me see what Coach B's about. I remember she cold called me. And I was just like so nervous. And when I'm a pretty passionate person, and when I get really passionate, I talk really loud. My best friends have always told me, and my roommate said she could hear me from upstairs. She said it sounded like I was talking to my best friend from years ago. And just from that moment, I was really intrigued by her, because I was like, she is going to make me the woman I want to be, not even just a softball player. And I took a visit after this was my last visit I took in that initial wave, and I got to meet Jordan Van Hook, a couple other girls here, and I was like, I could see this. My dad fell in love with the place as well.
And what time of the year was it when you came?
It was the summer. It was July.
All right.
Yeah, so
you know the real deal.
Yeah, I knew what I was getting into.
Okay.
It was actually really cool. Was Alicia Denby here last year? We went on our visit together, and we played at Fresno State together. Okay. So she had committed, and I was like, wait a minute. Maybe I want to commit too now. And so it was just a kind of a no-brainer. Club Farrington. At Boise State, we played here as well for a preseason tournament. And I was like, wow, this place is just amazing. Yep. And so I fell in love, and now here we are.
Yeah, that's great.